This is Red's life story. Red grew up a very rich life, never worrying about money until her father was killed. Before that, her father was the leader of the Russian mafia. It was something her family had been ruling for a very long time. When her father was killed, she and her mother had to go on the run for a long time. Sadly, when Red turned 34, her mother was killed by the same person that had murdered her father. She then moved to Los Santos a few months later for a better life. A new life that she didn't have to worry about people killing the ones she loved and cared for. When she moved, it was strange for her. She didn't drive, but she had a license, and she was poor with no job, no friends, or any allies. That all changed when she met her first friend, Tess Weber. Tess was crazy, a crazy cab driver that loved pink. When they started hanging out, he was Red's go-to cab driver. Then she met Frida, a loud lady, but she was very good at driving and very friendly as well. She only saw Frida a few times though, but grew fond of her. Then when Red finally got a dirt bike, which was the Santes, she kept crashing and crashing, and because of that, she met everyone at PD and EMS. She then started hanging out at a bar called Tequila La, where she then met Bobby, an EMS, but also a bar owner. He was nice to her, and when Red got hurt, he was always prepared with Hello Kitty bandages and ice packs. He and his look-alike friend, Steven, who was really funny, always kept up the mood. As time passed in Los Santos, she has met the good and the bad, and also done the good and the bad as well. But she's always been in search for love. She dated Ponytail, a very interesting cop. He has a ponytail and before had a scruffy voice which Red liked. But unfortunately, he broke her heart. Then she started dating her friend Rick. Rick was really nice when Red met him. He was a drunk that always needed a taxi and she always was there for him. But like the others in the past, he changed. Her friend Frida left town for a bit and a nice guy named Cena came to town. He had an aspirator, so not much eating and drinking or smoking weed with him, but he was fun. And he is dating a nice girl named Cora, who Red is also friends with. She made friends with the FAA director Joe Hauser, who was a cool guy, and she made friends with a lady named Avery Callahan, who is really cool and awesome. For a while now, Avery and Joel have been dating. And it wasn't until almost a week ago that Joe proposed to Avery, and Red was so happy for them nonetheless. But Red also became nervous that day because she wanted to ask out Aubrey, a girl that she met not too long ago, but has been amazing and caring and very trustworthy of Red. Everyone knew how crazy Red is with her driving, but Aubrey was always up for driving with Red. They used to cause a lot of havoc, but one night Red got the courage to ask out Aubrey, and she said yes. Now Aubrey and Red are together and happy as can be. Soon after, Red would discover that she was adopted by Avery and Joel, and they definitely do their best to keep her in check. Because of their much-needed love from her new parents, she made a decision to stay out of trouble. She never cared for anyone as much as she cares for Joel, Avery, and Aubrey. She never wants to lose them. If she did, she wouldn't know what to do. She'd be lost as can be without them. Life in Los Santos wouldn't be worth it. She has met so many amazing people like Autumn and Gabrielle, one of the cutest couples in town, and their daughter Kat, who is also awesome even though she has already arrested Red twice. And then there's Rick, who will always forever be her friend. She has met Arya, who is still awesome as ever, and now engaged with Ponytail. Lou and Tracy, who can be scary at times in Red's opinion, but still really awesome people. There's the sort of quiet Castor, who's a bit new in town, but still really cool. And then there's Ray, Esther, and Luna, who are also really cool. Then there's Shallow, who Red has not met much, but is really cool. And Sam, who is also new, but really cool. And then there's Leoric, who let Red drive his penetrator. And you also have Maria, who Red doesn't know that well either, but she has great style. And Reggie, who is also really awesome. Hagi, who is a great pilot and mechanic, and Nancy, who will always say that Red is not a very good driver, which in all fairness is true. And then there's Mattia, who, well, is Kiss's lady, and Craig, who is the silent one, but with the calm voice. Gary Sexton, who has arrested Red a lot, but is still nice to her. Then there's Odie, who is the same way. He has arrested Red a lot, but is still really nice to her, and Sonia, who Red hasn't really seen around. Oddly enough, the last time they did see each other, Sonia was winning a bet that the emergency call she is responding to was Red. There's also Morgaine, who was always there for her. God bless his soul. He was a good man. And Bran, who actually trusts being in a car with Red and even gave her some driving lessons. All of these people and more have impacted Red's life, one way or another. She wouldn't be the person who she is today without them.